Here are 5 things that you need to know about the potential of jail time that you may be facing if you're convicted of driving with a suspended license. This video is part 3 of an important topic: what's the penalty for driving with a suspended license? If you haven't seen parts 1 and 2, I've included links in the description of this video. First, what is the jail portion of the penalty? With a conviction of driving with a suspended license charge, you'll be facing multiple penalties, and I've covered these penalties in other videos. Regarding jail time, you'll be facing up to 6 months of jail for each conviction. So if you're convicted of 2 driving with a suspended license charges, then you'll be facing 2 times 6 months. In other words, you'll be facing 1 year of jail time. 2, why is jail part of the penalty? It has to do with public safety. A car weighs around 4,000 pounds, and when you put that 4,000 pound on wheels, then what you have in effect is a weapon on wheels. That 4,000 pound weapon on wheels can cause property damage. It can even hurt or kill people. Now, from a public safety perspective, the lawmakers, they've decided to do what they can to control who is allowed to drive these 4,000 pound vehicles. And that control is exerted by requiring people to be properly licensed. And if your license is suspended, the lawmakers put in place very strict and very painful penalties to stop you from driving with a suspended license. In other words, to deter you from driving a 4,000 pound weapon on wheels. The penalties start with a mandatory 6-month driving suspension period along with fines. And if you keep breaking the driving with a suspended license law, the lawmakers take the position that the 6-month suspension periods and fines are not enough of a deterrent. So the lawmakers have given the courts the power to put you in jail on the belief that jail time will be more effective to stop you from driving with a suspended license. In other words, to stop you from driving a 4,000 pound weapon on wheels. 3, if you're facing jail time, is this a criminal charge? No. Even though you may be facing jail time, driving with a suspended license is not a criminal charge. It's a serious offense under the Highway Traffic Act of Ontario, which is provincial legislation. There are, however, driving suspension penalties under the Criminal Code of Canada, but that is different from the potential jail time stemming from a conviction of the provincial offense of driving with a suspended license. 4, when will the court seek jail time? Generally, the court will seek jail time if you have multiple prior convictions of driving with a suspended license within 5 years of your offense date. And as I said earlier in the video, jail time has to do with deterrence. If you keep driving with a suspended license, the law assumes that the penalties you've been subject to in the past have not been effective. And the only way to stop you from driving is to put you in jail. Now, there are some situations where the court would be seeking jail time on a first conviction. Jail would be possible, for example, if there were aggravated circumstances, such as an accident that caused property damage or if someone was hurt or killed. 5, can you avoid jail time? Maybe. It's a difficult question to answer because every case is different and the facts of your case really matter. The prosecutor who's in charge of your case matters, and the court you're in and the justice of the peace that will handle your case matters. And if you're facing jail time, please reach out to me to have a confidential discussion about the best strategy to handle your case to minimize or possibly even avoid jail time. As a next step, watch our video, Is Driving Under Suspension a Criminal Charge? There's lots of great info in that video. You could click on the video on the left side of your screen. And if you have any questions, please message me to arrange a confidential and free meeting.